What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Woke up kind of late today, but we're here. We made it. Okay, so MINM, this will be traded in December. So let's see what we're looking at here. So it looks like a bottom bounce. Looks like we cleared out some pivot areas. Looks very choppy though. Looks very choppy. But very nice move from about 180 up to about 551. Let's see if there's news on this one. And again, yeah, we did trade this one last month. Yeah, no news on this. I don't see any news. OMGA also hitting scans. OMGA. And this one's kind of just, you can tell that one's a larger float. What's up, Peter? Good morning. So MINM up on no news. Looks like just like maybe a technical play off of the bottom bounce of that previous run that we had. So maybe shorts taking profits or getting squeezed if they got in late. So any shorts that got in here are likely getting squeezed. And what initiated the move probably is shorts taking profits down in this area and longs jumping on the momentum. So I'm not sure if this can have much continuation. I actually don't think, I don't know. It doesn't have any news. I don't know how much higher this is going to go. Because if it doesn't have news, if it's just a purely technical play, it already cleared out the level that it needed to clear out. I mean, I don't think this is going back to 10 bucks. This topped out at 10.28. But we'll see. We'll see. All it takes is one person, one bank, one big institutional trader to be oversized to the short side. And then I can absolutely just go bananas. Ideally, I want to see something else pop up. I do not like trading stocks that are already up 200% coming into the open. Because like I was saying a couple of days ago, is a lot of times instead of buying, you have a lot of profit taking at the open after you have a 200 or 300% move pre-market. I like when we open up around 100%, right around 100% into the open. So let's see what else. OMGA. This one had a larger float, but did make a nice move. This one definitely has news on it. Doubles on obesity drug research. Okay. Oh wait, is that parent Ozempic? So Ozempic is that popular drug. What's up, Mikey? Yeah, Ozempic is that popular drug everyone's taking now to lose weight. So it looks like that this company, it says Novo Nordisk, but this company's Omega Therapeutics. So wait. Okay, so it has a partnership with Novo Nordisk which they own the Ozempic drug. They entered collaboration agreements with Omega, this company, and another company for new treatments on obesity management. I think this could be potential. It is a higher float. Let's get the exact float on this. Here, let me pull this for this. OMGA. Okay, looks like we're showing 48 mil outstanding with a 21 million share float. So we have a 61% insider ownership. So of the shares outstanding, 61% is owned by institutions, which I guess is a good sign. For anyone who like investing, you know, that's a good sign because it means that you have other people that are interested in holding the stock long, especially people that are in big banks and institutions. You know, they have a lot of research and analytics behind their trades, so it gives the average investor a little bit more confidence. But as traders, I guess we don't really care too much about it, except that it does bring the float down for the insider ownership. So 21%, or no, that's insider ownership, not institutional. Institutional ownership is 32%. Insider ownership is people holding like employees, CEO, and that's also a good sign for the average investor as well, because it shows that they are confident in their company and holding it. But yeah, institutional ownership also 32%. So I wonder if this has been subtracted from here. So it might actually be lower, because it doesn't look like it's been subtracted. But the short float is 7%. So it's about 1.48 million shares outstanding short on this thing. But I guess this could have been from yesterday as well. So we might have already had some shorts covering, which is okay. I mean, it usually doesn't get to that explosive number until the percentage is up to like 20 or 30%. GameStop was over 100%. So, I mean, 6%, yeah, we're probably not gonna be able to notice that. But 20 million share float, you know, that's low. I would say that's low enough to make a move. I want to check Guru Focus just so I can cross-reference the statistic. How you doing, Morgan? OMGA. Alright, so you just come down here to ownership. I like this website as well. I think it's pretty accurate. I think it's more accurate than FinViz. Okay, so this one says institutional ownership is 16%, and then float insider ownership is 1%. So this is all over the place. But it still shows a 19 million float. So right around 19, 20, 21 million share float is where this is at, likely. Which is good. I think it's good. C4 was around like. I want to check C4 actually. CCCC, because I know that was a larger float. We did see a nice move on it. Yeah, see, C4 is a 40 million share float. So we can't completely write this off. Especially if we got news. Let's take a look at the daily. Looks like there's some resistance at 6. We did break it, but we didn't hold above it. So maybe around this area. Yeah, it looks like right around this area is the resistance. Oh, I guess 10 looks like it'll be some resistance. Where's all-time high? I don't think we're going all-time highs, but yeah, see, look at it, came right perfect there. I'm gonna open it by order book. I want to see the spread on this thing. Because if it's like the C4 spread, the C4, that spread was so tight and it had so much range. I should have actually sized that bigger with that one. This thing does this every single day. OMGA. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it's about a 1 or 2 cent spread. Well, here's a 3-cent spread. It's still very tight. About 1 to 3 cents is the spread here on OMGA, which is good. We've been getting a lot of stocks with like super thin bid and ask, with like maybe 10 cent, 20 cent, 30 cent spreads, even though the stock's only like $7. And like MINM, this one's a little thinner. This one has like a 5 cent spread, 3 to 5 cent spread. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. MINM is actually ain't too bad for the spread. How's the NASDAQ doing? Wow. The thing that's crazy about the NASDAQ is the dot-com bubble, like, ripped so hard during the dot-com bubble. And then you didn't see a gain for, what was this, 2000? So you didn't see any profit for 17 years. 17 years until you saw the next profit. That's crazy. That's what I fear about buying this one. Having another like 15 years of no profit. But of course, I mean, the upside when you do get profit, this thing is like, is this like 300%? It's definitely a riskier investment. And of course, this is definitely for like a retirement sort of thing. Yeah, the overall market, we don't know how we're going to react when we start lowering the rates. There's actually statistics showing that like when you start to lower rates, we actually get a correction in the market before we continue higher. There's like a pretty good statistic on that. Am I trading a break of 540 on MINM? Well, we already got the break of 540. No, I'm not trading MINM. I've been laying off pre-market for a while, for a couple days now. I just want to like go straight in to the market open recently, because sometimes I get too like flustered trading pre-market. It's harder for me to manage risk. My profit factor is like 20% versus potential 40 or 50% at the open. And I trade like 100 shares. Like on this, something like this, I'm trading like 100 or 200 shares. And I'm getting like, my emotions get activated on like 100 or 200 shares. And then I jump in 1,000 shares at the market open, which I should be trading. And like I'm already emotionally activated. So I'd rather just start with big share size. Doesn't mean I won't continue to do pre-market trading in the future, but for me wanting to increase my size, I want to make sure that I'm completely calm, cool, and collected. Yeah, I want to be completely even-keeled when I'm trading the big size. I made that mistake on Monday. I was emotionally flustered and I just kind of started trading big size anyways. And I went from green 200 to red 140 on Monday. But I have some solid notes. I've been reading this book. I suggest you guys to check this guy out. I'm not endorsed by this guy, but his name is Rand Howell. He owns this company, Trader State of Mind. I've been reading a lot on this guy. And yeah, he has a YouTube as well. I can pull up his YouTube. I've just been watching a lot of this guy. His main content is just like trader mindset, trader psychology. So I've been kind of watching this guy. I'm sure you guys seen him before. His videos are very soothing. Really like calms you down, which is good. But very insightful information, and I definitely have learned a lot about myself reading this guy. I'm currently reading his free ebook right now, and it's actually really good. There's a lot of value in it, and it seems like he does provide a lot of value without charging any money, which is good. I don't like when people just like don't provide anything and then just say, oh, you got to pay for this, but like you don't even know what you're getting. But at least if you get some value up front, at least you can anticipate what you're going to see on the other side. I don't know if I'm going to pay for like any of his courses, but he does have books I could buy, which I would get, which I'm thinking about getting after I read his ebook. But yeah, this guy definitely very insightful. I've been taking notes, and the main issue that he says is that we hold ourselves back with being successful in the market is that our brain has been wired for survival, and we don't understand probability. Like our survival instinct does not understand probability, and so when we get into a state where we don't know the outcome, we try to control the outcome even though we can't, and that causes us to pretty much fumble the bag and not trade correctly. So what we need to do is get to a place where you can accept probability and accept that you don't know what's going to happen, and the only thing you control is your own mindset and your own entries and exits. So that's what I've been working on, and the biggest reason was holding me back. Every time I would size up, it's like I would have to have this I'd have to have a perfect trade. Like the trade would have to be perfect, and like I would have to know it's going to be a winner, or else I didn't take it. But there's no way I could know it was a winner, so I would always either buy too soon, buy too late, sell too soon, or not trade at all on a good setup. Rather than what I was usually doing, like if I'm in small share size, I had no problem. I was like so fluid with the markets, but as soon as I added a 0 on my share size, everything I just couldn't do it anymore. So that definitely has to do with my mindset, and that I'm trying to control the outcome, trying to make sure that I'm making the perfect trade so I don't ever take a loss, which is just not going to happen. So instead, I just got to work on accepting that I don't know what's going to happen, and just kind of relax a little bit, and not be too controlling over the trade. Or it doesn't have to be a winner. I can just cut the loss, break even. I can take my profits when I'm supposed to take my profits. I'll keep you guys posted with this, but I'm still reading his book. Need to drink some water here. How many books have I read last year? I probably started a lot of books, but I usually don't read one book at a time. I like to read like 5 or 6 different books and kind of just read what I feel like reading. But I probably picked up a fair decent, like about a dozen, 10 or 12 books, and started. Maybe finished about a half a dozen. But I do read a lot though. And Michael Martin, never heard of Michael Martin. You can look him up. Is he on YouTube? Do you prefer a trading technical analysis book, or definitely the trader psychology books? The technical analysis is not. This strategy is not well documented in books. The strategy that I trade, so it's not really going to help me that much. And a lot of times, the technical analysis just like is the basic support and resistance, kind of just like the basics of what you would know if you first got into trading. So my best for technical analysis, my best area to learn more for this strategy is going to be just YouTubers who already trade the strategy and just kind of watching their live trading and watching their recaps. So that's where I can improve on that. But the books is definitely where I'm going to be getting most of that trader psychology improvement, and that is just. We discount that. We discount the importance of the trader psychology. Hey, what's going on? Yes. What's my strategy called? So it's really called hyper scalping. So pretty much my trades are less than 30 seconds. I'm just capturing on volatility and on these small cap, high volume stocks. So it's really, this strategy is really good for people who lack patience, people who need, who are just highly anxious individuals who can't hold a stock longer than a minute, and they don't like the risk of being in the market, or the actual time of being in the market. The risk of just me holding some of these stocks is just too big, because of just all the volatility. So I'd like to just get in and get out with 10 cents, 20 cents profit, and then look for another quick scalp. And that's going to be off of resistance areas, break of resistance areas, and dips off of support. And also just price action trades as well. So in case, like, if you see a big bid, maybe buying in front of the bid and risking that big bid price for a quick pop. Panic flushes are good. Halt trading. Yeah, see, I don't like how we had this high volume rejection on MINM. It's a big sign of weakness. See what else is moving. ATXI, this is a penny stock. I don't know if any of you guys like the penny stocks. Yeah, OMGA is just kind of trending down here. TXI, I know some people like to trade the penny stocks. This one could be potential. I think the volume is pretty decent on this one. The float, pretty low, sub 13 million. Here you go, you could probably potentially get this break at 32 cents. So it's like a pivot area. So you're looking for the break of the pivot for a reclaim after the reclaim of VWAP. Looks like it's struggling here though, 31.7. This could be it though here. We got a nice increasing in volume first. Green volume candle coinciding. Higher green volume. 21,000 share bid. Let's see. Wow, 53,000 share seller. $31,000. There you go. Nice. This could be a trade where you're risking kind of VWAP there, or the next red candle to make a new low, and then kind of risking for a break of 32, and then maybe up to 34. That's for those who like to trade those penny stocks. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's holding up here, huh? 59,000 again at 31.4. Yeah, looks weak then. Looks weak. Don't like it. That would have stopped out there. Back just a second. What's up, John? Good morning, good morning. So we got about 10 minutes. The market open. We don't really know what is going to be. I don't really know what the winner is going to be yet. Let's check out MINM again. I don't know. Something's telling me something's wrong with that. Something's telling me something's wrong with that stuff. I have a bad feeling about MINM, especially if you're trading it near the highs. Just so many false breakouts on that one. But this one's technically downtrending, and it's below VWAP. So this one has more of a bearish kind of open than MINM. MINM is consolidating above VWAP near the highs. I think at minimum we could get like an attempt for the highs on MINM. I don't think this is going to be. I don't think this is going to 10 though. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna make like a nice front side. I think it's kind of already made its run, but you never know. I'm hoping OMGA kind of pops back up, maybe over to 6, near 6, and then makes a run. What are you guys watching today? What's your main watch that you like? MINM? Yeah, I think we could potentially get like some good price action trades on this at the open, but as far as like momentum trades, pattern trades, don't think that I'd have a hard time trusting it. But maybe for a quick scalp here or there, could be decent. MIN, I traded this in the morning, have 30 bucks. Nice, that's a good start. ACON, let's see, ACON. Okay, so ACON could be in that bucket of the reverse split setups. Looks like I have a 500,000 share float. So we had a setup like this on, was it GMBL and MULN in December. Recent reverse splits making a move, so this could potentially be something. So I'm going to put an alert near the highs just so I don't miss this one in case we do see a run. But the float is super small now, so it could definitely panic out any short sellers that are holding this. Looks like it's just yeah, looks like it's 1 for 20 maybe. 1 for 16 reverse split. So 1 for 16 reverse split. So that means that the float of the stock decreased, the amount of shares on the market decreased by a factor of 16. And the price increased by a factor of 16. So instead of float and price here, it switches like this. So the price is higher, so it can, so there are requirements for a stock on the S&P 500 or NASDAQ. So it looks like this is NASDAQ. So it looks like there's a requirement for every stock to be over $1 to maintain a price over $1. So since this stock could not maintain over $1 for, I think it's like 30 or 60 days, or I'm not sure the amount of time, I forget. But after a certain amount of time, if your stock isn't over $1, isn't closing over $1, you need to do a reverse split, or else you'll get delisted or put back on the penny stock OTC list, the pink sheets. So that's why these stocks do reverse splits. So it's actually good for momentum traders like us, because you get a lot of these stocks that do reverse splits that now their float is decreased by a factor of 5, 10, 16, in this case 20, 25, and the supply of the stock goes so much lower, and then eventually when the stock and the company releases news, that's where you can see some nice moves. I don't see any news on this, some new news on this, so I don't know if it's going to actually move. Usually the reverse split catalyst, usually that itself doesn't make the move. It's usually in the future when it does release news that the stock does rip. So Acon, I don't know if it's going to make a move today, but sometime in the future I'm sure we'll see this thing pop up since it does have a small float. But I'm going to get geared up here for the open. Hopefully you guys get green. Thanks for watching. If you got a new viewer, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button for me on the way out. Hope you guys get green, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. And should probably go over the disclaimer. Let's see here. All information is for educational entertainment purposes only. I'm not a licensed professional of any sort, so all information It's not considered legitimate investment advice. I do not have any authority over your decisions. You're responsible for your own research before buying or selling. Day trading is risky. Most traders lose money. Triad trading's results are not typical, and there's no guarantee that you will have similar results by watching my videos. And also be wary of scammers and impersonators. I will never ask for money or personal information. There have been reports of fake Discord accounts trying to scam my subscribers. So be careful with that. I hope you guys get green and catch you later. All right.